Hello, and welcome back to Emily Anderson Pilates. We're going to be doing a really fun workout today with our foam roller. Yes, it is for rolling out and loosening up those muscles, kind of working out that lactic acid, and it really helps with muscle soreness. But it can also be used to assist your workout in some really fun ways. So, we're going to get started today. I will say as a disclaimer, it does not matter what size you have. And some of this work, because it is on a round surface, as you can imagine, it can get a little unstable. So please be safe. If you ever feel dizzy or you feel like you don't have enough control to maintain your balance, just drop it. Do it without. If you don't have a foam roller, you can still do most of this workout without it. So that being said, let's get started. All right, you guys, we're going to start lying down on our mats. I've got my foam roller just out of frame. It's right next to me. We'll get to it in a minute. But first, let's just start to mobilize the spine a little bit. So I want you to walk your feet and your legs all the way together. Your feet should be comfortably far apart from you, so not too close, not too far. I want you to just find that neutral spine we talk about. So that means my tailbone is heavy in the mat. My rib cage is heavy in the mat, and there's this nice little center point of your skull that should feel pretty comfortable to lie on. Your nose is pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Good, you guys. In contrast to that, my neck is not pressed down into the mat. My cervical spine has a natural curve that's going to take me away from the floor slightly. Same for our low back. Most people should not be pressed down into the mat. We will get there soon, but not yet. It has a nice natural curve that takes the spine slightly away from the mat in our lower back. Good, you guys. And let's just breathe here. Play around with minor micro shifts here. See if you can find a position that's a little more comfortable for you. Squeeze those inner thighs together lightly. Inhale here. Keep the pelvis exactly where it is. You're going to exhale and curl the head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, we lower back down. Nice, you guys, we do that again. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the head, neck, and shoulders up. My gaze is looking out about the top of my knees here. Inhale to stay. And exhale, lowering down. Two more. This seems simple, but when you're doing it right, you're going to feel a lot of work in the deepest layer of your abdominals and your pelvic floor. Those are the areas we want to wake up first because they're kind of the base for all of our other movement. We always want them to be active. Inhaling here and exhale to curl up. Inhale to stay and then lower back down. Nice, you guys. Shake it out a little bit. Let's hug those knees into your chest. Now that low back can press down into the mat. Let's just rock side to side. Give us a little massage here. Should feel nice. Awesome, you guys. Alrighty, we're gonna get started with our foam roller. So, like I said, a lot of this you don't even need it. If it feels like too much weight, just drop it. But if you want that extra challenge, grab your roller. You're gonna just place it between your ankles. Now, this is gonna be our heaviest position. If you want an in-between, you can also place it between your knees. That's totally fine. But if you're going for the ankles, let's get set up. So you're gonna leave it there. Already you kind of have to work to stabilize it, right? You inhale here. Now we're going to keep the low back pressed down into the mat. Our abs are strong. We're going to exhale to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Lengthen those legs long and start to pump for your hundreds. You inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Good, you guys. Now, options here for modifications. Knees can stay bent. Yep. If that roller is between your knees, exactly the same options apply to you. Good. And exhale. If you want an even deeper challenge, lower those legs, but keep that low back pressed down to the mat. Good, you guys. We inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhaling here, 4, 5, and exhale. Toes can be pointed or flexed, whatever feels good for you. Just make sure you're feeling length through those legs. 3 more breaths. We inhale and exhale. Inhaling here. And exhale. Last breath. Can you lower those legs an inch? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, you guys. Lowering down. Place that roller to the side and have a moment of rest. Let's look left and right on that mat. Loosening out that head. So good, you guys. We're building up that heat in the body, rocking side to side. Awesome. From here, let's just hold on behind the thighs and just let the weight of the feet carry us up to sit. Nice and gentle. Awesome. All right, from here, we are sitting on our mat. Our feet are comfortably far away from us. We don't want our hip flexors to feel too tight here. Legs drawn all the way together. As always, if this position is too much on those hips, you can get yourself a cushion or a pillow and just elevate the hips slightly. That's going to take a little pressure off those hip flexors. Grabbing that roller. We're just going to reach our arms long. Inhale here. Exhale, think about tucking the tail underneath you first. So you rock back. Those low abs pull in. We continue to roll back. I'm going to adjust my feet. Feel free to if you need to as well. Until you feel those abs really start to be challenged. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale. We're going right back up the way we came. We're rounding the C curve over our thighs. And then we're just stacking back up. One more time like that. Inhaling here. Exhale. Hollowing out those lower abdominals, rounding back. Really tucking that imaginary tail in between our legs. Pulling those abs in. Inhale. Exhale. Rounding up and over. Using those abs. And stacking back up. Let's add a little more fun. We inhale here. Exhale to rock back. Stay. Inhale. Lift that roller as high as you can without feeling like you can't sustain this motion. And then we lower it back down. Good, you guys. Inhaling here. Exhale, we round up and over. Stacking up nice and tall. Good, you guys, we're adding on to that. Rounding back. Let's lift that foam roller up. We lower it down. Everything else stays the same. We lift it. Good, you guys. Inhaling here. Exhale, rounding up and over. We're taking this slow to start so we really feel those abs connect. It should feel really good and hard when it's slow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. For 2. And down. Last time, enjoy the shake. Inhale. And exhale. Rounding up and over. Ooh, feels so good. One more time. You guessed it. We're going for 4. We rock back. Are your inner thighs still squeezed together? Or your shoulders still dropped far away from those ears? We inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Keep it slow, you guys. Inhaling up. Exhaling to lower. Keep those abs pulled into your spine. We're rounding that lower back. And down. Last time. We lift. We lower. Inhale. Exhale. Whoo. Minor break here for a moment. Just let those knees open. If you want to round forward, fine with me. If you want to just sit and let those hip flexors release. I got one more in this position. So legs draw back together. Hold onto your foam roller. I'm going to scoot a little bit away from my wall here. We start the same way. We sit up tall. We reach that foam roller forward. Inhale here. Exhale to rock back. Everything applies from before. Tucking the tail, pulling the abs in. Inhaling here. On our exhale, we twist to the right. Now, I want you to think the ends of that foam roller are lined up perfectly with your shoulders, and that doesn't change. So we're not pulling this does nothing. We're keeping them right in front of the shoulders. Back to center. Good. Small movement. But if you're really pulling in through that waist, you're going to feel it. Good, you guys. Exhale to twist. Inhale to come back up. Notice my knees are totally still here. If you find your knees starting to shift, it just means you've pulled the rotation into your hips a little bit. So think a little bit higher. Think waist, ribs, shoulders, head, neck. Yep. So everything above the belly button is twisting. Everything below is stabilizing us. Let's do one more each side. We twist. And center. We twist. And center. Round up and over. So good, you guys. I even feel my arms, so that's great. Added bonus. Alrighty. Reach those legs long. We're going to go into some roll-ups. So we're adding this guy with us as well, just for a little bit of extra fun. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale, we start to rock back one vertebrae at a time. My mat's coming with me because I'm in shorts. Lifting that foam roller up overhead. Let the weight of that foam roller give you a little bit longer stretch. Can you reach it 1 inch farther behind you? And then it reaches up towards the ceiling. We close the ribs. We press the low back down as we peel the spine up one vertebrae at a time. We reach that foam roller for our toes to stretch. Now, right away from here, keep this C curve and rock back. Good, you guys. Inhaling here. Exhale, we round up and over. This one stays slow again. I promise we'll start to move a little quicker. Inhaling here, exhale. But this slow, controlled ab work is really going to give you so much control in our more advanced exercises. And that's what we need. Rounding forward. Let's do one more up and down. Really trying to touch every little spot of that back onto the mat as you roll up and down. And let's just stretch forward. You can even bring that roller underneath the feet if you've got it. If not, it can rest on the ankles. You can reach for the toes. So many options. Do what feels good for you. All right, from here, we're going to do a really fun rolling like a ball variation. Now, if this feels like too much for you, just go back to our regular holding on behind the thighs, holding on in front of the shins. If you want to try a little fun, it's my keyword for today, you're going to rock 1 inch off. Find that rolling like a ball balance, and then kind of hug that foam roller in towards your seat. Mine's about mid-calf. It could be up underneath your knees. I think it's better a little lower because then we get our heels closer to our seat. But we want to hug it there the whole time. We don't want it to go anywhere. Then I bring my hands here. Now, I got to keep that foam roll where it is as I round forward and then roll back. Back to that balance point. Try to keep that tail tucked. Inhaling and exhaling. Whee! Kind of fun. Inhaling back and up. We round back and up. Whoop. Let's do 2 more. Rounding back and up. Rounding back and up. Lifting through that chest and lowering those feet. Nice, you guys. All right, you guys, from there, we're going to scoot a little bit back. We're going to lengthen those legs long. We're opening them wide enough so we can fit that foam roller in between. Now, depending on the length of your foam roller, it might need to go a little bit more forward, or you might need to just ditch it for this one if you have one of those super long ones. But mine's short, so I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to me. You're going to inhale to sit up really tall. We're going into the spine stretch here. So inhale to lift through the waist. Keep the lift as you tuck the chin, round forward, and just let that foam roller round with you. And then stack back up. Yeah, see how that nice rolling sensation feels so nice and smooth. So I'm not really pressing into the roller here. I'm just letting it assist my rounding forward and stacking up. Let's do 2 more. Lifting through the waist. This is an articulation exercise, so really focus on the spine, articulating and mobilizing here. 1 more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round forward. Can you go 1 inch deeper into that stretch? Good, you guys stay here. I want you to just do tiny pulses here. So we pulse and pulse. Imagine you're just gently stretching dough a little farther each time. So this is not a sharp movement. We're just trying to melt the spine into a little bit deeper, more relaxed stretch here. Keep that head heavy for 3, for 2, for 1, and then we stack nice and slowly all the way back up. Good. All right, you guys, let's go into some more ab work. So for our first exercise here, we're not going to use the roller. We're going to just do our regular single leg stretch. So we're going to find that supported pelvis. We rock the hips closer to the ribs. Those knees float up one at a time into our tabletop. We curl the head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. And then we hug the right leg in towards our chest. We switch, and switch. We are up on the bottom tips of our shoulder blades. If you want a better challenge for this, reach those arms long. Use the abs to pull those thighs in towards your chest, really pulling them in. Good. For 3, for 2, and 1. Always remembering to breathe. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Take a moment of rest. You can rock side to side. You can look left and right, whatever feels good in your spine. Now we get to some fun foam rolling action here. So our double leg stretch. Legs are together. We are going to start with this little guy back between our ankles or our knees, whatever felt better for you in your hundreds. Try that first here. You can always adjust. Holding on gently, we curl up. Now, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, circle. Grab that roller. Inhale, lengthen. Obviously, we can't circle if we're holding our roller. That's okay. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, lengthen. So we're just passing it off. Exhale, back. 3 more. We inhale. And in. We inhale. You can also just leave this between the feet the whole time if holding it in your hands is too much weight on the neck. One more. Inhale and inhale and lowering down. Good, you guys. Whew. You feel that. Alrighty, from here, we're going to hold this between same spot, ankles or knees. Bring those hands underneath the tailbone for a little bit of extra support. Legs lengthen up. You might need to adjust once you go out there. Good. We have our double leg lower. We inhale for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale to float back up. Good, you guys. Inhale for 3, 2, 1, and float. We 3, 2, 1, and float. 3 more for 3, 2, 1. Good, you guys. For 3. And up. Last time we inhale. 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 All the way back up. So good. From here, we're going to do a little oblique variation around the world with our foam roller. So we're going to hold on to our foam roller, extend the legs up, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Now it's just a little around the world with the ribs. So I want you to start holding this guy and just make a little circle with that rib cage. We go to the right, we lift up to center, we go to the left. Good. Now, adding on the arms, I'm going to take the foam roller in one hand, pass it behind the legs to the left hand. So it's right, left. Yep, try to curl up as you do this. Good. One more. Let's rest between sides. Shake that head left and right. I know it's a lot on the neck. You guys got this. Now we go to the left. Extend those legs back up nice and long. We curl up the head, neck, and shoulders. We start with just the ribs. We twist to the left, pass through center, twist to the right, come back through center. Good. One more like this. We add the pass. Good, you guys. For 2. And 1. Oh, so good. Rest it out. All right, you guys, let's just rock and roll up to sit and get a little more rotation in. So we're sitting up tall. Our legs are together. Our feet are flexed. We're just going to hold on to this foam roller. Sitting up tall. Elbows can be wide. That's probably going to feel best, but adjust if you need to in your space. You're going to inhale. Sitting up as tall as you have all day. We're going to start to twist. We inhale, twist. Inhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, twist the deepest you can, and then come back to center. Let's go to the left. We inhale to twist. Now, this foam roller is there as a visual aid to make sure that we're rotating the ribs as much as we can. Like our other oblique work, we're not going to pull the roller farther. It's right in front of the ribs. Good, you guys. 2 more. Inhaling, like a barbershop pole, we lift to twist. Inhaling for 3. Check in on those hips and those feet. They should be totally still and stable. Last one each side. 2, 1, and back to center. For 3, for 2, for 1, and back to center. Good, you guys. We're going to place that foam roller to the side. We're going to open those legs mat's width or maybe a little wider. We're going to reach those arms out wide to the side. We inhale to twist to the right for our saw. We round up and over that right leg. Right thumb rotates to the mat. Left fingertips reach for right pinky toe. We stack up, deepening the rotation as we stack. And then we come back to center. We twist to the right. I'm sorry, the left. We round up and over. Most Pilates instructors will tell you that right and left can be confusing sometimes. We inhale to twist. We round up and over. We stack up and come back to center. Let's do one more to the left. We round. We stretch. We stack. And we return. Good. We got that rotation moving. I love it. All right. Let's move on to some extension. So we're going to take our roller. Just place it to the front of your mat. Adjust the body as needed to lie down on your stomach. Good. Make sure you've got lots of room in front of you because we want to have our arms super long. We're going to start with the legs separated. Hips are a little wider than hips width distance and externally rotated. So heels are falling in towards each other. Toes are falling apart. Arms are long and hands are on our foam roller. We're going to inhale here. Draw the abs in. Press the hips down. And just lift that bottom rib. We're not going crazy yet. And then we're lengthening so long to round and lower. We lift. Abs stay strong. Opening the chest. And then we feel so much length through the top of that spine as we extend. We lift. Good, you guys. And down one more time like that. I just think this feels amazing. Draw those shoulders down. And lowering. Awesome. Let's add some challenge to that. So we're going to lift up. We're going to stay. Good, you guys. Stabilize those shoulders. Can you lift the right arm up without moving anything else in the body? And down. Lift the left arm up. So we're fighting against rotation in the rib cage. Good, you guys. And down. Lifting the left arm. Now, are your abs still really, really strong? Good. And left. One more time, right and left. We float. And down. We float. And down, reaching long. Rest. Good, you guys. Just gently rock those hips side to side. Now we're going to find a little bit deeper extension here. If you want to just take a child's pose and rest for this one, feel free. But if you like that full swan feeling, we're going to go for that. So you're going to inhale, start to pull the foam roller in even more. And then lower down. See where you are. If you need more range, bring your wrists to the foam roller to start. Rounding up, or lifting up, I should say. And extending long. Good, you guys, let's do it again. Inhaling to lift the spine. Keep those abs strong, and then exhale to lengthen it down and lower. Two more like that. Inhaling here. Keep those feet heavy, and down. Last time. Inhaling, drawing the shoulders down. And we lower down. Good, you guys. Leave that roller where it is. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Bring the feet together and press back into your child's pose. I love a child's pose with a wide knee, but you can be knees together as well. Just mover's choice here. One more big breath. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Let's move on. So we are going to come to lie down on our mat. We're going to get some amazing glute work here. So lying all the way down on your back. Good, you guys. Adjust the clothes if necessary, I know. Now, this is one of those ones that I want you guys to be really careful. If you don't feel strong enough or ready to have your feet on this roller, please just do a regular glute series with me. That just means do everything we're doing without the roller. There will be a few things that you won't be able to do, but that's okay. Alrighty, so I'm going to bring my feet on top of this roller. Now, my feet, as usual, are a little bit closer to my seat than they would be for my ab work. My shoulders are pressed down. They're super warm, so this should feel good. Inhaling here, without moving the roller, I'm going to start peeling my hips up off the mat, coming to the middle of my shoulder blades, and keeping my weight pulled slightly towards that foam roller. So I'm not kind of pressed back onto my neck. I'm pulling with my hamstrings to keep my weight really even. Inhaling at the top, and then exhale, softening through the ribs, the mid back, the low back. Keeping those hamstrings so active. And I release all the way down. Let's do it again. Inhaling here. Exhale to peel. Scooping those abs in. Inhaling at the top. Keep those inner thighs active. So we don't want to be here. We want to keep those legs parallel. And then we start to roll down. Good. I already feel this a lot in the backs of my legs. Inhaling here. Exhale, rolling up. As high as you can. Without arching in the low back. So we don't want to be kind of up here. We want a long line from shoulder to knee and lowering down. Last time, inhaling here, exhale, rolling up. Good, you guys, here's our challenge. Now, if you're not using a foam roller, just hang out, just hold this position. If you are, you're gonna carefully start to extend the legs. Now you can stop here, you can go all the way long, all the way back in. It's a lot on the hamstrings, you guys. So if you start to cramp, just take a break, no worries. And in, let's do two more. Keep those hips high for two. And in, whoop, see, I'm already slipping. Last one, you extend. And then good, you guys, lift those hips up high. Inhale here, and exhale, start to lower down. Hug those knees in, nice and gentle. Your hamstrings might be feeling it a lot right now, so we don't want to take them from a super short position to a super long position so fast, right? So if you're feeling really tight, just kind of start to pull one knee in and then pull the other knee in. Pause the video if you need a minute. Good, you guys. And the great thing about the foam roller is that after class, let's just show it right now. If your hamstrings are tight, look, we're already in this position. I'm going to do one leg at a time because my roller's small and that feels good. But you can just roll them out. If you need more weight, more intensity, cross those ankles over. Yeah, and hey, I'm working my shoulder girdle too. It's a win-win. All right, you guys do that on your own if you'd like, now or after class. All right, you guys, so we're gonna finish out today with some shoulder work. So same thing with the glutes. If this feels too wobbly or you feel like your shoulder's not ready for this, just be on solid ground, okay? If you want, let's try with this guy. Now, I have to bring my hands to the outside of my roller because it's not really wide enough. See, it's not quite the width of my shoulder, so I don't want to be in because then I'm bringing my hands too close together. If you have a wider roller and you can be on top and that feels good, go for it. So I'm going to bring my hands to the outside of my roller. I'm going to have a nice long spine right underneath my shoulder girdle. I'm going to draw my shoulders down, abs are drawn up in it. I'm going to tuck my toes. I inhale here. On my exhale, super simple, I'm floating my knees up off the mat. This is going to be what I want everyone who feels a little nervous about this, but still wants to try. So this is kind of our entryway into putting our shoulder stability onto this foam roller. Obviously, if this still feels like too much, we do this all the time in our classes. Yep, still super effective and challenging. We're going to do 3 more. Draw the shoulders down, keep the abs strong. 1 inch, you guys. Up here is easy, down here is hard. And down for 2. And down, 1 more time. And down. Good, you guys. Sit. Roll out the wrists if you need. We're going to take one little moment of rest. Now, if that's all you're going to do today on the foam roller for the shoulders, skip the next, do them on the ground, whatever you need. Come to your elbows on the ground. That's fine with me. If you're still ready for a little more work, we're going to come into our full plank. So same idea. My hands are on my foam roller at a comfortable shoulder width distance. Walk my right leg out. Walk my left leg out. Draw the abs in. Squeeze the glutes. Draw the shoulders down. Good, you guys. I get to adjust myself because I can see myself in the camera. I'm so lucky. Now, rock your weight back. Rock your weight forward. As you can see, this is tiny, tiny movement. Be careful because you are on unstable surface. For 3. And forward. For 2. And forward. Last one. And forward. 1 knee down. The other knee down. Rest for a moment. I always have to roll out my wrists because they get fussy sometimes. All right, you guys, last thing we're going to do today are our push-ups. Mine are going to feel a little weird, but I can still do it. Yours, hopefully you have a wider roller than me and are super comfortable. So you have options. You can go back to that full plank we just did if you're really super strong, and I'm applauding you for that if you can do it. I'm going to come down to my knees because I believe that it's best to work in a range that feels doable and doing it correctly to build the strength to then get to the harder levels, right? So if on your knees is still too much, come to all fours, right? So I'll explain the knee position in a moment, but we can be here, extend. I still feel that work. You can be in your full plank. Or if you want to do what I'm doing, the easiest way for me with the foam roller is to come into the full plank and then to just lower my knees from there. So I still have my low hip position of my plank. My knees are back. I just don't have the full long leg here. Now we're just going to go up and down. Take this slow, take this steady. We inhale to bend. We exhale to press up. Good, you guys. Pull the chest forward as you bend and extend. We bend. Try to keep that foam roller from moving. For 3. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze those abs. Everything's helping. For 2. And lift. Good, you guys. Last one. We bend. And extend. Awesome, you guys. Hope you felt that because I did. We're going to bring our hands to that foam roller. We're going to find a child's pose with the roller or without. Everything is your choice. You know your body better than I do. Good, you guys. Breathing here. Just slowing that heart rate down a little bit. Let's stack up from here. We're going to do a little shoulder opening stretch here. So I want you to bring your forearms to your foam roller. In an ideal world, yours is wider than mine. We're in an all 4 position. So all I want you to do here is keep the hips where they are. And I'm gonna actually walk my hands back a little bit. You're just gonna let your arms kind of start to extend as you roll that foam roller forward and drop the chest. You're gonna feel a pretty deep stretch underneath the armpits, underneath the shoulder blades, and then come right back up to that, all fours on your forearms. Let's do it again. Exhale here. We're still kind of working the shoulders here, so take this slow and steady. Yep, remember you're still not on stable ground here. One more time. Rounding forward. Those abs are still strong. And pulling that roller back in. Sitting back on your hips. Let's ditch the roller and just find a nice true child's pose. One more breath here. And then we will come up to sit. Good, you guys. Let's mermaid it out, and then we'll be done. So, for our mermaid, we have a few options. In an ideal world, you're sitting on your right hip. Your feet are swung over to your left. Left hand is holding onto the left ankle. If this does not feel good in the knee or the hip, totally fine. Many people feel that. I want you to just come to all fours, crisscross applesauce. Or if that's still not feeling good, some variation of your legs in front of you. So they can be bent, they can be stretched. If you want, you can also do this standing up. So you have many options here. We're really aiming to stretch the waist and the shoulders. So what our feet are doing is kind of just additional, right? So it's not worth stressing about to get the form perfect if it's feeling icky in the joints. So I'm going to come to this mermaid position, lying on my right hip. I'm holding onto my left ankle with my left hand, and my right arm is reached up high to the sky. I lengthen, try to touch the sky with my fingers as I bend up and over towards the left ankle. I can use that left hand to pull myself a little bit, and then I stack right back up. Inhale to lift. Think about articulation here. Just like we do forward and back, we can do side to side. Stacking back up from the base of the spine to the head. One more time, we lift. We dive up and over. We're truly side lying here. So we're between two panes of glass. We're not touching it forward or back. Now, bring those arms out to a T. Right hand lowers to the mat. We find a counter stretch. You can even go all the way down to the forearm if that feels good. Regardless of where you are, press up to that right waist. So we're not kind of here. We're lifted to get that nice stretch on the left side. And then we gently come back up to that T shape and we swing those legs around. Or just wait for the rest of us to. And you can stay where you are with your legs in front of you or crisscross applesauce. So holding onto the right ankle now, reaching the left arm up. Try to touch the ceiling as you dive up and over. Stretching to the side. And then stacking back up. We lift and stretch. All right, so you guys, one more time. We lift and stretch. Should feel so good after all that shoulder work we just did. Arms come to a T. Left arm lowers. You can even lower the forearm if you have the range. And press up and out of that elbow to round through that spine in the opposite direction. And then we carefully stack back up. And let's all come to a crisscross applesauce. If that's no good, feet in front of you. We're just going to round the shoulders up and lower them down. Two more like that in this direction. Yeah, just mobilizing those guys. Nice, you guys. Let's reverse. We round up for two, for one. Shake it out. And we are all finished. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I love having you here with me. If you liked this video, please comment and let me know what you think. If you have requests for future videos, I love when people ask me for stuff. And if you like this channel and this video, please subscribe. Please tell your friends about it. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.